This is James Holder for iFall TV in association with Macklin Jim Marbella. With me, I've got the WBO middleweight champion Andy Lee. Seventh press conference. How you feeling, Andy?
Tired.
I'll bet. I've got to say, Andy was just slipping off the building after doing a mountain of interviews and press work, and came back to have a little chat with us. I do appreciate it, mate.
Yeah, no problem. Always got time.
How did the press conference go?
It was good. There was some good questions asked, and just reiterating everything I've said before, that this is one of the best fights to happen on these isles and this shores, this side of the world in a long, long time. Mm-hmm. You got two guys laying it all on the line: reputation, records, and a world title. And it has all the ingredients to be one, like, it's a classic. It's a throwback to the classics of the fights when the best fought each other. So I'm excited to be involved in this fight.
Frank mentioned today that Billy Joe has fought 6 or so undefeated fighters, but do you think they compare to the same level of opposition you faced maybe in your last three or four fights?
I've just have to look at the records. I've fought better fighters than Billy Joe's fought, and if you can make an argument that I've beaten better fighters than Billy Joe, but that doesn't matter. That's all in the past. It's what happens on the night, and even like if I look at Billy Joe's previous fights, and think, yeah, I can beat him, I can't go on that, because this is a platform from which he can raise his game. This is a world title fight. In my mind, he's going to be training harder than ever, preparing, and he's going to maybe bring something that he hasn't bring before, because this fight is a higher level. So I have to be prepared for not the best Billy Joe, but something that better than he's even shown before. So I'm ready. Like in terms of guys we fought, like I fought guys with like Billy Joe before. I don't think he's fought somebody like me in the pros anyway. And I think that's an advantage for me. And I fought, like I said, I fought better opposition than him, and I've operated at a high level. So I think that's an advantage for me also.
With maybe getting a chance to look at Chris Eubank Jr. some more and with sparring in the gym, does that rate Billy Joe Saunders' win, in your perspective, higher than what you maybe did before, having looked at Chris?
Well, I always thought that was a good fight, a good victory for when he won the fight, because I've seen him in the gym previously, sparring with George Groves, sparring with other guys, and I always thought highly of Chris Eubank Jr. and knew that he was a dangerous guy. So Billy Joe beating him, and in the way he did, the way he went about his business, it shows his quality, it shows his class. So yeah, I'm not underestimating. Like I said, he's beaten good fighters: Nick Blackwell, John Ryder, these guys, Spike O'Sullivan. These guys are hard fights for anybody, and Billy Joe's beaten them well. So, like I said, he's the best fighter, he's the best middleweight to come out of Britain in a while, and I have to be prepared for him.
Gennady Golovkin brutalised David Lemieux on Saturday, just gone. What did you make of that, and how do you pronounce the word Lemieux, more interestingly?
Same as you, Lemieux. And it did get brutalised. That's a good way of putting it. It's the first time I heard that, but that's actually what he did. And you had to hand it to him. He took Lemieux apart, but I was disappointed with Lemieux. I thought he would have came with more of a game plan and more of an idea. When he couldn't land a punch or left hook, he just seemed to get lost and just got caught up in the anxiety. Got caught up in being too tight, and Golovkin, the pressure he was putting on him with his feet.
You ever seen him throw so many jabs, Golovkin?
No, but it's nice. It was good to see it. It's good to see it as it's a good, strong, hard jab, and it broke up everything Lemieux tried to do. And when Lemieux came forward with three or four punches, he took that half step back, Golovkin, and went straight to him with a hard jab. And it was great to see that.
Whenever I think of that fight, I'll always think of that referee's face for some reason.
Yeah,
I don't know why. When certain things are sticking in your mind. When you saying it then, I was picturing the eyes.
His name escapes me now, but he refereed myself and Peter Quillen, and he did a great job that night. And he's one of the. I think he's a great referee, and he's animated. And it's for the second knockdown with me and Quillen, he stepped on my toe, and as I went down, he was standing on my toe as I was leaning back. And as I went down, the referee started counting. But then, as he was counting, he said, "I'm sorry, I realised you slipped on your toe." So, I think he's a good ref, and I like him. And if I fight in New York, I would like to have him.
Yeah. if you come through this, I asked Billy Joe Saunders the same question. He says when he comes through this, but if you come through this, is the fight with the winner of Saul Canelo Alvarez and Miguel Cotto a real possibility for you?
I think that the fight, the winner of that fight, there's less of a chance. I think Golovkin will probably be the one more ego, more ready to fight me, or maybe the winner of Quillen and Jacobs. But I don't think I could have. Like there was a very good chance I could have fought Cotto of September, and his team turned it down. So for whatever reasons, it didn't happen. Eventually, he fought Daniel Gill, and so I don't think that's just a height difference. It's like maybe Canelo, but for now, I think if I beat Billy Joe coming through well on that, then Golovkin will probably be my next fight.
I've got to say, the first fight that was meant to take place in Limerick, you actually turned up in Limerick Fight Week and spent some time with your fans and done photos and whatever else, and that was a real gentlemanly thing to do because I've never heard of that before. Well done.
Well, yeah, it was just an idea I had. A few people got in touch with me and said they were still planning on travelling. They'd booked flights. So I arranged a public workout in Frank Hogan's motor garage. There's a guy who sponsors me with a car, Volkswagen and Mercedes and Skoda, Frank Hogan. Thank you very much, good partners of mine. And we organised a nice public workout, and I did 6 rounds of sparring with 3 local guys, and people came. It was good. I didn't do too much publicity about it or nothing. It was just something just to say, look, thank you for coming, and it's a shame the fight didn't happen, but this is a small consolation. So it was nice to meet people and give back a little bit.
December 19th, we're all set to go again. 3rd time of asking, and we all want to see this fight. As I said, Billy Joe's a mandatory challenger. You're the world champion, and rightly so. So hopefully December 19th we can get this fight on.
Yeah, that's it. Well, I knew it would happen. Just a matter of when, because of the cancellations. You know, it's frustrating. You're working towards a date, but I was on the track, running track, and about to start a session, and Adam Booth turned up and I said, "What's he doing here?" And he said, "Billy Joe's cut." So I still did the session anyway, and I knew it was going to happen eventually. That's why I still did the session. Billy Joe Saunders is the mandatory challenger, and I had a signed contract, so it's going to have to happen. And it's just a matter of when. But now it is. It's a good time of year for me. Win the fight and enjoy Christmas, and that's what I'm working towards.
No one wants to fight in January or February, do they?
So. No, I've done it before, and it's the worst Christmas ever.
I'll bet. All right, well, listen, tickets are available. I presume there'll be an army of fans coming over from Ireland to Manchester. Is this quite convenient to come over from Ireland to Manchester, isn't it?
It is, yeah, and I think United played Norwich earlier in that day as well, so there'll be quite a few, doubling down and getting us the football and the fight in. So
sounds like a good weekend all round.
It's a good weekend, yeah.
All right, listen, Andy Lee, I can't thank you for your time. Thank you for coming back and talking to us. I do appreciate it.
Cheers, James.
You're a gentleman, mate, and we'll catch you again real soon.
Thank you.
Cheers, Andy.